Oh, buddy. It's Monday.
No.
Did you have a good weekend, though?
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Whoa. What was your favorite part about the weekend?
Camping.
What was your favorite part about camping?
Camping. I don't know.
You don't know?
It was all good.
It was all good.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to show you the time lapse of the mountains. I'll have to show that to you on Wednesday.
Okay.
We can watch the whole vlog for dinner.
Alright.
I love you, buddy. Have a good one. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Welcome to Monday. What is this?
I'm camping.
Wow, is it warm?
Oh, I don't even want to get out of here.
Wow. So here I am. I just got through editing. It was a very long vlog, but it was basically 3 days worth of material, including the well, if you guys haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it for you, but go back and take a look at yesterday's vlog. Watch the whole thing. That's all I have to say about that. I'm doing that, and I'm also doing a month end because it was month end, and I hadn't gotten, I wasn't even, prepared for month end. So today's, apparently a dog barking at the traffic kind of day. Angie and I are getting prepared to eventually have an overnight hike. So it's like camping in the mountains overnight and hiking at the same time. And these are...
It's called backpacking.
It's called backpacking.
It's called backpacking.
Okay.
Where's my toggle?
You look... Where's your what? You look like a black grub, like the one that we found the beetle. Gosh.
It's so cozy.
Is it? All right. So it's an air mattress and it's a sleeping bag.
This looks like a garbage bag.
It does look like a garbage bag. So that's neat though.
You want to try and see how warm it is?
I got too much work to do.
What?
I'll try it later. You look as snug as a bug in a rug. It's like your cocoon. You actually do look like that. I was going to say dung beetle, but no.
I am not a dung beetle.
No. The
worm that we saw?
Yeah.
What was that worm?
I'm pretty sure that it was the Asian pine beetle. From everything I looked up.
Wasn't there another one? There was a western pine beetle or something?
Yeah, there were a couple. There was a couple different ones. And there's the 1 second clip. So cute. So you guys know that we have these cool lights that we use around the campsite to light it up. Well, we had one break, and it doesn't work anymore. See, look, it's actually plugged in right now. See, and it doesn't work. And this piece right here totally ripped off of it. So I am going to fix this, because this is what I do. So I fixed this one here, and the GoPro, we can't get in really close like that because it gets all blurry. But I just got through fixing these. I had to actually take out one of the LEDs because it broke right at the LED, and I couldn't get in there and solder it. So eliminated an LED, scraped off the insulation because these wires, there's a very thin clear insulation on them. Stripped off the insulation, resoldered them. I'm going to use the glue just like I did down here to isolate that and insulate it, and then put it all back together. And oh yeah, by the way guys, they work. Yay! Alright. This weather today is totally different than what we've experienced the last 2 days. It's actually sprinkling right now just a little bit. Hi, chicks. Phoenix came out to look for eggs yesterday, and there were only 2. There were only 2 eggs for the whole weekend. There was only 2. And it's like, you know something, chicks? That's not enough. That's not enough. I think you guys have an egg out here somewhere. Almost like I'm doing my own little Easter egg hunt. I think they have somewhere else that they've laid. almost like they're all trying to lead me to it. Huh. Alright, now I'm gonna come in here and then inspect the obvious. Huh. Yeah. I guess just 2 eggs. Wow. Alright. How about down here? Anything down here? No. Nothing down here. Well then. Alrighty. We're going to be doing Patreon shoutouts here in just a little while. But Angie just said that dinner's ready. I'm so excited. Smell it. And the weather today, oh my gosh. What an extreme contrast today versus this weekend. Oh my gosh, it's actually, I'm cold. It's 20 degrees in here. I'm cold though. Why am I cold? Huh.
It's cold.
Hi, Coda. What's up, buddy? Moo. I'll have some milk.
I'm always careful. Ow, that hurt.
You know, it's really funny that when I do a vlog like this, I actually enjoy watching it. And so does Buffy.
Hi. Hello.
Aww. I love you. Behind the magic, I guess, the exit scene when we're leaving the campsite, and I've got the selfie stick up in the air, and at the very end there, I mean, the selfie stick was all over the place. It was wavering in the wind, and then also the whole footage was like this. So I had to correct for the footage, so I had to zoom in, correct for the angle, so I lost some of the screen because, and that's why I had to zoom in. Yeah, thanks. God, give me your hand back. Oh, thank you. Oh. So anyway, so behind the scenes, that's something that happened there. We should just do COC right now since we're at that. Okay, let me set this stuff up and make some.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, after these messages. She is seriously watching TV.
Empty.
Seriously, her eyes are going back and forth and looking at the TV, the left and right and left and right.
People up here.
That's so neat.
But we also went to another campsite.
Are you entertained?
Down from the one
Hey, if we can't entertain you guys, at least we can entertain our pets.
Again,
Right, Buffy?
registered campsite. So
Do you want to go camping?
just places in the forest.
No, not really.
No, please don't make me go back. Huh? What? Yeah.
This first camping.
Oh, good boy.
This one here.
Okay, I'm gonna set you guys right in here.
Thanks, Buffy.
Like this.
Yeah.
Look at all the sap on you. Somebody, don't your owners clean you up? Look at all
You're
this
so sappy.
Sap. Sap.
Oh, sap.
Still got sap here.
You know, they don't know it though. You probably could have just not said it. Oh, you are hairy though. Oh my gosh.
Want to snuggle?
No. Hard pass. Buffy! Oh, what? You don't want to snuggle? Get away from me! Alright guys, COC from the awesome long 36-minute camping vlog. Just think of it as 3 days packed into one, because that's essentially what it was. See what I did there? Packing, going camping. First of all, we're going to roll credits with a little bit of music for all of this month's patrons. Thank you guys so very, 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 very much. You make everything better. I mean, you really do.
Yeah.
I mean, and other things that I don't like to mention on the vlog that have to do with custody. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Because, you know, lawyers are expensive.
Looked at.
Yeah, I know, I should. First comment, Mr. Brot. Yes, awesome vlog. It was worth the wait.
And happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday, and hopefully you're still on the mend feeling better. Jolson! I still win.
Wow,
Well,
that's a blast from the past.
You didn't because you were second, but because we haven't heard from you in a while, I'm sure Mr. Brot would agree. We'll give it to you.
Or would he?
Speaking of speaking of Mr. Brot, oh wow, did they get that guy? That's scary stuff there. I don't know, and probably not, and yes it was.
His truck was like really smashed up, and we were trying to figure out if it had happened like previously and that he always drives around drunk like that, or did it all happen yesterday?
Yeah. I mean, going from where we were to where he was going seemed to me like he was probably the town drunk.
It really did.
Yeah. And
It was
I guess I'll just say it now.
terrifying.
We didn't call because we were more concerned at the time with him being behind us after we realized
Yeah, we
what was
didn't
going
know
on.
at first he was back there, and afterwards we went back and I tried to save the footage on the camera, but it being in the passenger seat and trying not to move the mirror and the sun glare, I did miss some of probably the good ones, but I tried to catch the footage, and we didn't realize that he was behind us for that long because we didn't even see him until the rug was in the road.
Right, and even then I didn't know because it wasn't until he came up on us that one time that I thought, oh my gosh, did I do something to upset somebody? Why is he trying to pass us on the right, is what I thought. And it wasn't until we went back and looked at the footage that we saw everything else. I did mention that I saw the bumper piece up front flapping around. And then after I realized what was going on and realizing he was drunk, I didn't want to make a right-hand turn because that would have meant having to slow down a lot quickly. I didn't want him to rear-end us.
Because the dogs are in the back.
Yeah, because the dogs are in the back. So I also didn't want to go off the side of the road, kind of like I did, but I was watching, off the side of the road and have him follow us off the side of the road because he was drunk. His speed was erratic. He'd go fast, he'd go slow, he'd go fast, he'd go slow. Obviously, he was swerving from side to side, and he almost wiped out. We were actually hoping that he would wipe out into a ditch on the right-hand side, into a bush or something, so that he would stop, not be harmed, not harm anybody else, and the police and tow truck would have to be called so that he'd be found out.
When we got into town, into Clallam, and he started going towards those pedestrians, I was just like freaked out. In fact, we rewatched the vlog just now, and watching him swerve, I knew that he didn't go off the road, and yet every time he'd go off to the edge, I was like, which is silly because I know nothing happens, but it still got me.
Yeah, and we didn't call because, I mean, I guess for several reasons. If we'd called, then we would have had to have tried to have followed him. And my biggest thing at that moment was safety, and we had Phoenix with us. If it had been just you and I probably would have called and followed him.
I mean, you don't know what he's like.
Yeah, you don't know what his mentality is.
We've got a kid with us, and we don't want him, like, pulling a gun or something on us or freaking out.
Yeah, because he didn't look too stable, and when somebody is impaired under the influence, then they're under the influence and impaired for all decision making. So, Bren. Now see, good thing I allowed you guys to go camping. Obviously joking. But see, it was like a hard reset, LOL. Just think the weather is only getting better, so you'll be able to camp more. I absolutely love this vlog. It was refreshing to see something different. Awesome job, guys. The truck footage is actually terrifying. What a POS. Absolutely.
You just can't stay still. I think you have ADHD.
Halloween Fur, good job on starting your campfire, Troy, and we have a lot of spots right now in Utah that the water doesn't usually run, but this year because of the snow. Christopher Smith, Chris, you should check into something like Jackery, a solar-powers... Ow! Watch where you're putting your paws, dog. Oh, now let me lick there. Thanks. Thanks.
We would love to have one of those setups,
okay,
but
get down. Come on.
They are pricey.
Get down.
It's like
down in your bed.
You're dropping.
No, not on me. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. God. Freaking hairy mongrel. Okay.
Look at all the hair.
Oh, it's so disgusting. You are like covered in hair.
It's on my face even.
Okay. Anyway, as you were saying, we'd like to have one, but what?
They're so expensive.
Yeah, they are.
They're like so expensive, but.
And I usually upload at night, so once it's depleted.
I mean, it's on my wish list. Well, yeah, but if we had like a really good solar panel system, like a nice big one of the newer ones that can still collect good power even when it's not like really sunny, then it would still it would work.
Oh.
It totally would work.
Okay.
But we just don't have that kind of cash to drop on that right now.
J. Bernard III, that was extremely nervous, wacky experience. And Mr. Brodt, again, at 30:55, as you were pulling away from camp, it looked like the air in the tires was low. Did you, 1, intentionally let the air out because you were off the main road, or 2, lots of stuff packed in the back of the truck, or 3, that detail just kind of slipped by? And I answered you. It's kind of a combination between that's just what it looked like. We did have some stuff in the back that weighed stuff down, but also in the rut right there, I was riding on the left side of the rut, so the whole tire footprint wasn't down. So yeah, it's going to look like the tire's flatter on the one side. Okay. Mon E, that certainly makes up for the short vlogs. Looking forward to more of these kinds of vlogs. Great job, Phoenix, with helping and learning about the great outdoors.
He was so
He was
good all weekend. Did we ever touch on him? I don't think we did we?
So he had come up to me and he had asked me if I needed any help with anything, which is great because when you get there and you're setting up camp and you're doing things in camp, we always tell him that we need to take care of this before we can have fun.
The first hour or so is like fully focused on getting everything set up before it gets dark.
And then he had went to her and asked you
Like,
if
do
you needed
help
any help.
with anything, and I assumed that you had said to him, "Go and ask Angie if she needs any help." So I said, "Well, I don't right now, bud, but I'll let you know if I do." So both of us had done this, and neither one of us realized that he did it all on his own this time.
And so after we realized this, it was kind of funny because I called him over. It's like, Phoenix, come over here. We need to sit down and we need to talk.
And
he
came
came over without an attitude or anything.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, that's good too. Because usually he'd be like, oh, what did I do? Right? But he came over and we both let him know that we were so proud of him for...
And then his little face is just beaming.
I love that. I love when... Because, I mean, it's hard to... Or it's easy to be hard on somebody so much. Especially when maybe one household has more... Seems like it has more rules. It's easy to be hard. But you have to make sure that you take the time and that you acknowledge all the good stuff too. Because that's when children, in my opinion, that's when children really start to act out, is when they're always getting attention for negative things and not the positive things. So that's why they start acting out, because that's the only time they get attention is when they do bad things. So you need to make sure that you praise. Okay, I'm sorry. Ben Massey, my dad placed his trail cams around our 10-acre property, and my mom took reindeer Christmas antlers on the dog and led her around the camera area. LOL. Then went and told my dad I heard a loud noise. Can you check the cam? He wasn't amused.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Scare Hollow, from what I remember for Oregon anyways, is that if the gate is open, which, by the way, the gate was open and it was not forcibly opened. Forcibly. Okay. Man, you say that if the gate is open but the spots aren't open on the website, then they fall under the forced open camping thing and you are able to stay. They probably suggest you still attempt to pay at the fee station or something, but it's not required. Their open date is just so that they can have gone in and cleaned and prepped it. Yeah. I'm glad that you posted that. That makes complete sense.
And we kind of thought that it might be like that. But because it was unknown, and we had Phoenix with us, and we didn't want to be having anything happen.
We're only there for a full day, so we didn't want to have to pull up. Yeah.
It's like that in Canada. There's the off-season camping, and it's kind of like first come, first serve. You can go there, but they are They don't service, they don't open the restrooms, they don't have firewood, running water, nothing like that in those kind of campsites. But and that's what this kind of campsite is. There's like a water spigot there. And
yeah, and there is trash, but the trash cans are all I mean, it's not a single like 32-gallon trash can. I'm talking about the dumpster is upside down. I mean, also so it doesn't get snow in it and break the lid and stuff. But there was no signage whatsoever. They had the the boards in there, but there was nothing in there.
And I like camping as far away from humanity as possible. And even when we were there, this whole carload of people showed up, and they all got out and they were walking around, and I was like, no, this is not my thing. Let's get out of here. I need to go find some real wilderness.
The traffic noise that we heard there at that place was louder than what we had experienced the weekend before.
Yes. Yeah.
And even then, that scared you because you woke up in the middle of the night. You thought someone was coming with a flashlight.
Yeah.
But it's probably cars on the main highway down below.
That actually really scared me for a split second until logic took over, because you were sound asleep.
Snoring.
I got up and all I saw was like light.
So here's the other thing
and
too.
I was like, oh my god, there's somebody in our campsite.
Here's the other thing too, is that apparently I snore. When we went the other week, I was like really snoring. So I told her before, I said, if I'm snoring, slap me, elbow me, do something, let me know that I'm snoring. So she's taking me up on that opportunity.
I'm gentle.
But she elbows me. She's
but
like,
I give him a like that.
And I'm like, ugh. Okay.
So usually he'll go, what? What?
But sometimes when we're camping, she'll hear something, and she'll wake up. And before I thought you nudged me too. So now I don't know if a nudge is, hey, you're snoring, or nudge is like, listen to that. So I'm like,
there's only been
and then I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to listen.
There's only been one time that I have heard something and wanted to nudge you to wake you up. And that one time that I did nudge you to wake you up because I heard something and I wanted you to hear it because it was starting to sound too close to the campsite, is the time that you were like, huh? What? What's happening? Huh? And then it stopped.
Well,
I guess worked, but
yeah, it was better than hey bear. It's like, huh?
So whenever I hear noises, I don't wake you up.
Huh.
But we have come down to a conclusion that we needed to have some sort of clarity there. So nudging is for stopping snoring. Grabbing the arm is for quietly wake up and listen.
Marie Winton, so happy you all got to go out camping during the nice weekend weather. It looked like a really nice, peaceful location.
It was wonderful.
And if there was water there all the time, it'd be the perfect spot.
Oh, yeah.
It was really nice. Scare Hollow, the person who was behind them before, talking about the truck, the drunk driver, he, before he passed, he should have called the cops. We had a similar vehicle doing that on Saturday when I was about to call, but then they pulled off the freeway.
It's freaky.
Yeah. Final comment, vlog soup. I have to admit, Troy, I also left the house without my jacket.
Ooh.
It was hot loading the car, so it was on the bed, and I didn't realize it till we got there and felt the temperature change. I went to Walmart and bought a hoodie. Oh, wow.
Wow. Thank goodness you had a Walmart nearby.
Yeah, no kidding.
You'd be freezing.
I had the thought.
Wearing a monkey shawl.
I had got all my clothes together, and she asked me, did you get everything? I said, yes. It's like, I got all my clothes. And then you were actually thinking of grabbing a jacket just in case.
And you know what?
And I just spaced it because I was warm and I didn't have it.
I did grab it the weekend before. I've stuffed your puffy in there just in case because I thought he's not going to bring enough layers to be warm. So I packed that for you. And then this weekend, this past one, I thought about it and then I thought, no, I brought it last week and he never used it. I'm sure he's got his jackets and everything that he needs and I didn't take it anymore.
And I didn't. I think this campsite should be your new one. It's gorgeous. Love the idea of Phoenix had of putting the chairs so that you can put your feet in the water. What a perfect weekend and a fantastic vlog. Yay for outdoor adventures and fish footage. Oh my gosh, that driving footage was scary. I was holding my breath. And yeah, I saw it too, and I do the same thing. It's like watching a movie and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then the last thing is I didn't, and I should have, I didn't film me with the log bridge, redoing that, digging it out and putting like pieces of wood that we found to support the weight of that piece and cutting in the side.
Yeah, it was pretty cool actually.
I even took the chainsaw and I made like traction marks on top of the log. If you go and you look at it towards some of the last footage, you'll see that it's changed a lot.
Although you would have done that differently if you.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
had to
I would have if I
flattened it.
I would have flattened it and then put traction on it. But I was running out of battery in the chainsaw, and we're not coming back there right now. So yeah, okay, that's it. Now the short vlog has gone to a really long one,
And now it's over.
and you are so hairy.
I know.
Happy hunting. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.